All right. Test.
You mentioned Oppenheimer, another phenomenon beyond UFOs and alien life.
Phenomena with an F.
That's right. Phenomena F. A.
Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Yeah. So Dean mentioned it earlier as well. So you saw Oppenheimer over the weekend. That hit a lot of people to the tune of 82 million box office opening. Barbie made about almost twice that amount.
Yeah.
$162 million. It is one of the largest.
That's brand recognition, I feel like, too, though. That's a very, like we mentioned before,
Yes.
a very popular toy for many, many years, generations of kids, so, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But.
Well,
It's a rally.
It is a rally. So it's not just the Barbie toy, but so we're getting into our Ask an Idiot question of the week here, guys. So, Barbie's drawn a lot of interest for many reasons. We talked about it last week even. It's not just about the toy, although I'm sure
I have a different take on it this week than I did last week.
Okay. And I wish we can get to it for sake of time, but I'm joking with you. No, but it's just...
You're going to have to not speak for this segment. That'd be great.
No, it's just one of the largest movie openings ever, and obviously it's no superheroes. There's no, as Dean mentioned earlier, there's no superheroes. There's no Fast or Furious in either of the movie titles, right? There's no long franchise associated with any of these. It's not Mission Impossible 30. It's not, the Indiana Jones reboot that, I know D and I enjoyed it, but it didn't make a lot of money. So that's what some people are talking about now as well. So is it a sign that the general, movie-going public will go to the movies? I'm not necessarily interested in Star Wars or superheroes and different things like that. I am interested in something interesting and compelling. And if you give me that and give me a reason as an average, fringe moviegoer, I will go to the movies. I will go and I'll pay and I'll sit and I'll enjoy the experience on the big screen for various reasons. Is this a sign that the general public is getting just kind of tired of some of the big, franchise/superhero type movies? Or are there other factors? Or is there some combination of all of that here? So, Dean, you have some thoughts. So go ahead, please.
Actually, you do this quite often. You are good at presenting these subjects. Brian, I want you to go first.
Oh,
you never go first on these.
That's true. You don't. You go first.
I'd like you to start.
You do this. You, boo.
Yeah, and take your shirt
yours
off too.
You get yours.
Well, these two movies here. If you step back and look at these movies, Barbie. It's creating discussion topics about ultra feminism, as we talked about last week. People are making this an event. They're men and women. It's not just a female thing. They're enjoying the fact of, we're going to go see this movie. We're going to have fun with it. We're going to maybe dress up. We're going to wear pink. We're going to wear dresses. We're going to wear wigs, whether I'm a man or woman, whatever. It doesn't matter. People are just going and making it like an experience. And I've heard the movie is actually quite good. So you're going to see something that's just not something to go make fun of, that the movie does trying to give you a real message in showing how difficult it could be to be a female in the real world. Barbie's kind of taken out of her literal dream world into the real world, and I guess realizing what I gather from the reading the plot and all that it's not easy, right? So it's an experience. People are talking about it. They did a very good job with social media buzz in their ad campaigns, for sure. And not unlike Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is just really getting a lot of buzz because it's a good movie. It's a compelling story, as you mentioned earlier, Dean. Christopher Nolan certainly has a great reputation as a very good director with the Batman movies and a lot of things he's done. There's not a lot of stuff I could think of I would say was bad. And with the positive word of mouth and the buzz out there and social media, etc., people are, I'm going to go check these out for some reason in the theater. And clearly, it's making a lot. Is it going to hold up for weeks? Who knows? But certainly it's done well. And frankly, I think it will send a message to Hollywood that, you're already kind of seeing some of these big franchises, superheroes kind of fizzle here. Like Nick mentioned previously, you're getting into the fringe type superhero movies. The characters aren't as popular. DC's trying to get their footing again and find their way. It's a great time for Hollywood to make some sound good movies, and people, I think, will continue to come out to the theater. So there you go. Thank you. So Dean, what do you think? Are you going to Nick? Go ahead, Nick, please.
Yeah, Nick, you go.
I mean, yeah, like you had mentioned, we touched on it before. I think, with it seems like there's less original ideas anymore. It's hard.
Yeah.
So many things have been done, and so many franchises. I mean, like you said, the more you get into some of these fringe outside characters, I feel like some of the stuff is kind of getting watered down as a result from that. You know what I mean? I don't have time to miss anything. I remember when I was a kid, every time a new Batman movie would come out, everybody was just so stoked because it'd been years. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
You had to wait years in between Batman movies, and there really was no other type of content like that. That was basically it. So it gave you the chance
between the Christian Bale shit
to miss it and anticipate it and all that stuff. So I think that's part of it. But yeah, it's like these are just kind of, they're original things, or things that have never been done before, stories that haven't been told before on the big screen quite like this. So that's definitely an effect of it. And yeah, I mean, after so many years of having everything Star Wars or superhero related or something like that, so much stuff, the constant flow, I think people in general are probably ready for something a little different, I would imagine. I mean, it all depends on, who knows? This could also be the other group of people that have just, they're not necessarily interested in those properties like Star Wars, Marvel, things like that, those types of stories. I mean, like both of these movies, personally, I'm equally as generally disinterested in both of them. I'm not opposed to seeing either one. Like, if anyone in my home wanted to see it, I'd certainly watch either movie, but I will never, on my own accord, seek out either one of these movies for myself. But that's not me, like some other people are, and that's fine. But, maybe those are the people that aren't typically, into superhero movies. Maybe this is something a little more, I don't know, in their realm. But I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. But I think at the heart of it is mostly the fact that these are stories that haven't already been done before, and originality is kind of something that's becoming more and more difficult to find as all these, stories are being told and retold. So, Dean.
Good.
Okay. A couple things. One, I work next to the movie theater in Barberton, and one of the reasons why, in my opinion, Barbie works so well is that you are watching grandfathers walking with their daughters and granddaughters and grandsons all in pink, proudly and having fun with it. It's an event.
Mm-hmm.
We as human beings love events, especially when it can bring the family together, and that's what this is doing. My Megan, my girlfriend, I had
my Megan.
My Megan. Last night I had to work, in an event last night. She was home alone, so she went and saw it by herself because she didn't think I would go see it. And she said she was very surprised on the complexity of the story. She says, I get that, you could rate it PG-13, but there's not a lot of people that would, even 13-year-olds, that would get the concepts that they were working on. So it was a lot more complex than what she thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So as a movie-wise, she really enjoyed it. It works on many different levels. A lot of fun, funny. So in that, I get the Barbie thing now. And she explained to me the whole plot and everything. I didn't have her give the ending because, like, as she's explaining the plot, I'm going to myself, shit, if they would do that on TV and do that trailer and explain that thing, I would have gone seen it. Like, it seems like the plot itself seems very cool, like a really cool idea. So, when it comes on streaming, I'll watch it. Oppenheimer is historic. It's kind of like why Lincoln worked. It's why, all of these different historical movies has worked. It's always going to work. Does this all take away and give a sign that we're tired of superhero and fantasy movies? No. It's ebbs and flows, guys. In the 80s, the Breakfast Club type movies were up here, and then they'll drop down. In the 90s, you started getting the American Pie, so the teenage movies came back up. Everything ebbs and flows. Hollywood, because people grow up and older, just like for example, I talked about earlier, professional wrestling. Kids will enjoy it. They grow up, so it goes down. Then those kids go up, or they get it, or it changes to their liking, right? It just, for some reason, whatever the reason, all of the entertainment ebbs and flows. So, are we clamoring for Marvel to stop or to change direction? I don't think so. I think that it's just part of the natural selection of entertainment. I think that it will come back. They're going to either find their footing again, or they'll find something else, or it'll drop down for a bit and then come back up. We're fine. Nerds, don't worry. Your culture's fine. So they've had a couple flops. It was bound to happen. You had a really good run of some kick-ass movies.
True.
You're bound to have a flop. And so they did. These characters, like you said, guys, that they're the sub-characters? Sure. But you've also now given a way of bringing back regular characters in a different form with the whole multiverse thing. And I've heard rumors that Star Wars is going to do the same with the multiverse. So, it is going to be fine. Don't panic. Take your hand off the fucking red button. We're all good. It is movies. Go and see Barbie. Go and see Oppenheimer. Go and see Star Wars. It's all just entertainment, and we're all here for it, right? That's why we're doing this fucking podcast.
Is that why?
Well, not entertainment. You've ever heard this. But seriously, it'll be fine. It's just ebb and flows. This is just a kind of a downtime, and it hits downtime, and these movies are peaking. It just seems like a big difference, right? Because this, new idea movies are peaking, and these known character-based movies are, kind of drop down. So it seems like, this is the moment where you go, oh shit, is this the end? It's not. It'll all work out. It'll go back.
Very good. I'll add, by the way, quickly, Mattel is already trying to move forward with more movies. There's already in development a Polly Pocket movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, come on, give me Mighty Max. Give me fucking Mighty Max, please.
And what they're hoping to make, according to this article, they're hoping to make live-action movies, not in development yet, but hoping to make. Barbie may greenlight some of these projects then, who knows, because they're going to try to capture something that maybe they can't capture just because it's the name of the toy. I guess we're going to find out. Barbie has more things, like you said, that's bringing people to the theater besides just the fact it's based on a toy. It's not that simple. However, we may see live-action movies about Barney the Dinosaur, American Girls dolls, Hot Wheels, and, yet again, Masters of the Universe.
That's the one I want to see. Because I loved the one with Dolph Lundgren back in the day. I loved it. I'm sure it doesn't hold up now, but I loved it back in the day. I would love to see them redo and properly now. I think it'd be fun.
Might just see it.
Hey, did you like that video? You know you did, and we know you did. So stop screwing around and go like that video, subscribe to our channel, and join us for some more.